man of the NSC, that's Malam Shehu Diko. He praised the team for the excellent results in Morocco and definitely assured them that their achievements will not go unnoticed by the commission. There is nothing, that athletes love more than recognition and, reward for hard work. It just spurs them on to do better. This is, according to Shehu Diko, this is another display of the resilient power of our great country. And he said, I want to thank the athletes and their officials on behalf of Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. And he went on to say, we are determined to ensure, based on the mandate given to us by Mr. President, that all our athletes are well motivated and rewarded under a sustainable sports ecosystem with a thriving economy. Now, this is our focus and goal because we want to have a sustainable and transitional success plan for all our sports. When he said all, I felt like holding up my shekel because, over the years, there's just been this dominance and focus on football, which is not bad. Football is the king of all sport. But, when it's coming from the ministry, it should be about all sports. All the other sports should be getting due attention as well. So this is one thing I love about, Malam Shehu Diko, and we continue to encourage him until we get to where we want to be when it comes to our sports holistically. Moving away from what's happening at home, let's give you some tennis updates. Remember our question for the day. Arsenal PSG, which do you see joining Inter Milan in the UCL party? UCL final party that will be happening on the 31st of May at the Allianz Arena. If you can hear me loud and clear, do well to send your messages to WhatsApp 0809-993-0137 because that's our question for the day. 0809-993-0137. And of course, we actually live on Facebook. We are live on Instagram at Nigeria Info Abuja. At Nigeria Info Abuja, we are live on Facebook. We are live on Instagram. Arsenal PSG, which of them will join Inter Milan in the final? Okay, would love to know. And from tennis updates, don't worry, we'll take a few calls before we close. On tennis, we'll have Petra Kvitova on our radar this morning. She sealed her first win of comeback at the Italian Open. Two-time Wimbledon champion Petra Kvitova. She won her very first match since the birth of her first child. Then she said, she had been very close to quitting tennis. The Czech claimed a 7-5, 6-1 win over Romania's Irina Camelia Begu in the first round of the Italian Open in Rome. And her victory ended a run of 4 defeats since the 35-year-old returned to competition. Let's even say return to competitive action, yes, after 15 months away, during which she gave birth to her first son, his name Peter. And Kvitova, she won Wimbledon in 2011. She also won Wimbledon in 2014. She reached number 2 in the world. So she's been she's hit the peak before. She said she had doubted whether she would be able to return to the international arena. And she said she was 95% assured that she would never come back. She had enough of tennis at the time. And she was like, I can't do it anymore. So she said they decided to just try for a baby. She was saying this to the Women's Tennis Association, the one we know as the WTA. She said she didn't say anything between, and it wasn't looking 100. So she just said she wasn't going to come back. But after some time, she said, I just started having this feeling like I can do it. I can make a comeback. And then when she returned, her first 4 matches, they ended in losses. And that was like some serious discouragement. But right now, she has hit a win. And with this win, she feels even spurred on. She wants to even do more. So congratulations to Petra Kvitova. This might just be a little win compared to the wins she's had in the past. But then, come on now, we can celebrate little wins. We can celebrate, small successes here and there until we hit that big one. So I am very happy for Petra Kvitova. And from there, we are going to move over to some football talks this morning. Yeah, we're at the football fans. Like I said, our WhatsApp is open on 0809-993-0137. Sending those messages, PSG or Arsenal. Remember that, where that game is poised there. That game is actually poised on 1-0 in favor of our PSG. But before we do that, before we talk about that, let's let you in on what happened last night for people who, sleep on quite very early. And then after that game, I was asking myself, like, these people that don't watch football, like these people that football is not their game. Like they don't. In fact, there are even people who who don't even follow sport. They don't care. They're not interested in sport. And I'm like, how are they breathing? How are they living? And then I now told myself, there are also these other people, even football, they are not, because the level of excitement that we had last. I'm sure Prince Will is still knackered, like he's still sleeping somewhere. How can you recover? How do you even begin to recover from that level of excitement? Yes, at San Siro yesterday, San Siro has been baptized. They call it the Stadio Giuseppe Meazza, but then still it is San Siro to a lot of us. It is still San Siro to a lot of us. The capacity of 80,018. It was filled to the brim yesterday as Inter Milan pulled the most stunning comeback, and all around the world, people have just been saying, thank you, Inter Milan. Thank you, Barcelona. Thank you, Inter Milan. Thank you, Barcelona. Why? Because they gave us a semi-final to remember. We had our reconciliation officer in-house yesterday. He's a Barcelona fan, Mr. Thompson. And then he kept saying, the one that is paying him is that by the time we get to the final will not be this, it will not be this sweet. It will not be this exciting. And I can understand that feeling. The first leg ended 3-3 in Spain. Yes, the first leg ended 3-3 in Spain. But yesterday was just electric. Just like the first leg, Inter Milan took the lead. In fact, by putting in a double, but then Barcelona started their comeback. It was first Lautaro Martinez, 21st minute goal, Calhanoglu, 45th minute goal. But then in the second half, Eric Garcia, the defender, he pulled one back for Barcelona. 60 minutes, Dani Olmo leveled at 2-2, and then on and on and on until 87 minutes. Rafinha put Barcelona in the lead. He scored that goal to take Barcelona 3-2 in that game. And at that point, I am sure a lot of sports fans felt that's it. Done and dusted. But then Inter Milan said, "Kachi, hold my glass wine." And then it was Achabi, who really scored that goal in 90 minutes plus 3, and it was still Dumfries. Remember Dumfries? Yes, in the first leg, he scored 2 goals for Inter Milan, provided an assist, and he is a defender. He's a defender, but yesterday the coach had to push him forward. Simone Inzaghi pushed him a little bit up into the midfield, even though it was deep midfield, but he was in the midfield yesterday, because you cannot pull off that kind of performances, from the defense, and the coach does not start playing with the idea of what else can this player do. That game, after Achabi scored in 90 minutes plus 3, we had to go into extra 30 minutes, and in extra 30 minutes, 9 minutes into it, it was Fratesi. Davide Fratesi, the Italian international. He is 25 and he's a midfielder. When he scored that goal, for me, it wasn't just really about the goal. It was about the celebration. My days. This guy let all the players they were trying to hold him to celebrate. The technical crew, he was dragging away from everybody until he ran to the barricade where the home fans were already screaming, and he climbed that barricade. And guess who joined him in that celebration? Captain Lautaro Martinez, who according to reports wasn't really fit to play that game, but he just had to. And good enough, he got a goal for the team, but he was substituted at some point in that game. That substitution, did it hurt them? Not really. He was substituted in the 70th minute, and Inter carried on. Good fight from both sides. It just wasn't enough. The moment Fratesi scored that goal, it was just it. Barcelona kept trying to come back, but it didn't happen. A lot of drama. We had VR calls, we had penalty shouts, we had yellow cards here and there, but at the end of the day, Inter Milan won 4-3. That means that the game gave us 13 goals across 2 legs. 6 goals in the first leg and 7 goals in the second leg. So 13 goals across both fixtures, and it was everything. The man of the match was Jan Sommer, the Inter Milan goalkeeper. He pulled off 7 saves. Szczesny for Barcelona, he pulled off 3 saves yesterday. So Jan Sommer was rewarded man of the match. A lot of people feel that's right, that he deserves it. And then for today, the second semi-final will be happening Remember, it's Arsenal taking on PSG. Let's PSG taking on Arsenal because PSG, they are hosting. A little bit of news from that corner is that Ousmane Dembele is expected to be in action. Yes, Dembele is expected to be in action for PSG. But what I do not know is whether he's going to really start or if he's going to come off the bench. But Dembele, who picked up an injury in the first leg, he is going to be available for PSG according to reports. So let's get to hear from you at this point. You can call 0700-951-0000. That is 0700-951-0000. So last night's match, after the game, we tried to take a couple of calls and read the messages, the ones that we could. We couldn't even exhaust half of the messages that came in last night. But then for this morning, let's stick with Arsenal PSG because of our time. And let's stick with PSG Arsenal. I don't know why I keep putting Arsenal first. Okay. Let's stick with our PSG Arsenal because of our time. Yes, 0700-951-0000. You also know you can call us via the WhatsApp line. And we have a call here. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. My name is Kachi. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Yes, Kachi, good morning. My name is Manu. I'm calling from Nyanya.
All right, quick one. Let's hear you.
Okay, yes. Arsenal PSG.
Yes.
So the match is going to be a cracker, just like what we saw yesterday. I know Arsenal are not going to sleep while PSG just fumbled them. I'm seeing Arsenal qualifying.
All right, thank you very much. He says that we are going to be having another cracker tonight, and he sees Arsenal going through. Hello. A very good morning.
Hello, Kachi, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you. What's the name?
Mr. Just from SciTech.
Quick one, let's hear you.
Okay, well, yesterday was also yesterday I was so happy.
Arsenal PSG, Arsenal PSG, Arsenal PSG.
Okay, Arsenal PSG.
Yes, please, yes.
To Arsenal today.
PSG win Arsenal 2-1 today.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much. You see, so fans have not recovered from the excitement of yesterday, and I don't blame them. Don't worry. We had a little time last night, but then even on Football Frenzy, when it's 7 p.m., join us again, and you will have all the time to express that excitement. But we have another semi-final today. Let's go. Hello, good morning. Okay, sorry, we lost that call. Let's try this one again. Good morning to you.
Good morning, okay.
This is Kachi. What's your name?
Kachi, John.
All right, John, let's hear you.
I know football is not mathematics, but let me tell you, it's going to be PSG Inter Milan final.
All right, thank you very much. Football, not mathematics, but it's going to be PSG and Inter Milan final. Thank you very much for your call. On the WhatsApp, we have a good morning, Kachi, the queen of sports storytelling. I'm a Chelsea fan and I'm a Chelsea strong supporter. PSG doesn't have the players to match Arsenal's aggression in today's game. It will be an outright win for Arsenal. Your name is Tom Kennedy. Thank you very much. Good morning, Kachi. Justin Blessed from Kado. I see PSG joining Inter Milano in the final and Inter to win it. Yes, I'm reading from our WhatsApp portal. Okay. Kachi, waiting Arsenal one goal do for final. Wait till the one play for final. Nothing will ever make Arsenal get to the final. The only final Arsenal will witness will be the final whistle. Hey! You all can be so mean. Mickey Love from Anfield Stadium in Guarimpa. Thank you very much for your message. Yes, we had some dailies, but then because of our time, Sports Bulletin says under 20 AFCON, Kenya on firing line as a Flying Eagles aspire to celebrate. Yes, the under 20 AFCON is definitely going down. I tell you, Nigeria are looking to probably top their group after first game ended in a win, and then the second against Morocco ended in a draw. So looking for victory. Kenya looks like that team, okay? So the boys will be playing by 4 p.m. Yes, Nigeria under 20 versus Kenya under 20. So you can see that story at the very back of us. Of a Blueprint newspaper. Their sports caption is a sports blueprint. Thank you very much, sports fans. Thank you very much, info lovers, for sticking with us. Football Frenzy by 7 p.m. tonight. But that's still very far away. Continue enjoying on 95.1 Nigeria Info. Kachi Okafor is my name, the Queen of Sports. Good morning. Boom, jagalaka.
Topisto tomato mix, na tomato mix where Mohan Agro Foods they put.